Welcome back. This week we are taking a look at phobias as part of a special week here on This Morning. Life coaches, the Speakmans, are here to help.
On Monday, we saw actress Linda Robson overcome her fear of rats and mice, and yesterday, Alex Torrance finally got to grips with his unusual phobia of buttons. Well, today, we are helping Leigh face her fear, one that is definitely no laughing matter.
This video contains clowns.
Yes.
For most people, trips to the circus are a thrilling adventure. But for Leigh, a visit here is her worst nightmare.
My fear is of clowns, and I've had it for most of my life now. My mum has always said that when I was a kid, I was always terrified of them.
Living with Leigh and her phobia can be quite hard. You're always on edge.
My husband is always on guard. When we're watching TV, he will have the remote in his hand, just in case a clown pops up. If we go to like fancy dress parties, people that are doing them will actually say, let's make sure there's not a clown, because Leigh really doesn't like them. Anyone else that I mention to that I'm scared of clowns think it's hilarious. I do get some flack. When I see a real life clown, I will have a sort of a panic attack. Can you see it? My breathing gets very difficult. I feel really sick, lightheaded. In my head, I just think, that's it, it's over.
Obviously, seeing any loved one in fear of anything is just a horrible thing.
One half of me's thinking, this is it, you're going to die, and the other side's thinking, no, it's not, don't be silly. You know, it's just a clown, it's not going to kill you, but the other side takes over. If I could be cured of this phobia, it would mean that life would just be a little bit more easier, and it would just mean that I could go out and not be looking over my shoulder all the time, worrying that one's going to pop up. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I can be cured.
Well, Leigh's husband Dan is joins us now. For obvious reasons, Leigh couldn't even watch the VT there, so she's going to come and join us now. The coast is clear. And Leigh, we know she was upset because she could hear the music. So here you come. Are you okay?
Come and
take a seat. We all understand. We completely understand what you're going through. This is what this week is about. Things that may seem slightly unusual to people, although not as unusual as you may think from the response that we've both had on Twitter this morning.
How are you feeling now?
I know it's somewhere around, so I feel really
nervous.
Yeah, OK. What we're going to do is get Diana to wire you up to our heart monitor. This has proved quite interesting during the course of the week. We've had people's heart rates jumping up, gives us an indication of how you're feeling. And whilst we're doing that, do you have any idea where this started?
No, my mum's just always said it was always there from being a kid. As I've got older, it's just got worse.
It's got worse. And do you remember your sort of worst instant that you've had?
Yeah, it was in the supermarket. And there was a clown outside doing a charity collection. And it just sort of was suddenly there. And I just completely broke down, and you walked off because he didn't realise that I'd stopped.
I was still talking to her and walking off, just talking to myself.
You have to have control of the remote, don't you?
Yeah, well, certain adverts come on when you know there's going to be a clown pop up.
Yeah.
And I sort of dive for the control. And
yes.
So even for you, you're anxious that you might see a clown for her sort of benefit,
me
really.
on edge.
And you like circuses?
Well, kind of, yeah. I'd like to sort of go and like to the acrobatics ones and that, but we can't because there are clowns there.
This is something that we've seen today, and quite a number of people have got in contact with the programme already, saying this is something that I have. A fear of clowns, it seems unusual.
It's not uncommon, believe it or not. I mean, in the celebrity world, we've got Johnny Depp, we've got Puff Daddy, both frightening clowns. So, I mean, it is common. It is a common thing.
And it's massive, and it's amazing to think that Dan and Leigh, when you're in the safety of your own home and should be relaxing watching telly, both of them are both on edge, ready to die for the remote control, because it has such a big impact on
Well, it's debilitating. I mean, there are things you can't do. I'm just watching your heart rate now. It's at 112. It peaked at 120 a moment ago. So your heart rate is pretty high. And yesterday you had a tough one.
Yes, we did.
with the fear of buttons. How does this equate to what you had to do yesterday?
Well, this is difficult because, firstly, she doesn't know when it started, and secondly, you can see the reaction she's having already.
Yeah.
she's traumatic.
So we've got to work against the anxiety before we can actually start working on the problem.
Now, have you been watching during the course of the week?
Yeah.
Right. So you know that we do not go boo on this show, OK? We will not do that, and it's how far you are prepared to go, OK? Because it's all in the result later on. So what I've got a box here, OK? Now, in this box
don't worry, we're not going to make you do anything.
I'm going to tell you what's in the box. Don't even have to open the box.
You don't have to do any of it.
In the box, heart rate at 129 now. In the box is a picture of a clown. Can I show you the picture of the clown? Yes?
You don't,
you
if
sure?
you don't want to do it, don't do it. You don't have to.
No, go on.
OK, all right. There's a picture of a clown. So that's that 130.
OK,
So
let's
enough?
put it down. Yeah, I think that's enough.
There's also a doll.
It's gone up to 137 there.
Do you want to see the doll?
Oh no, I
No.
don't.
OK, that's fine. No, that's fine. No.
Diana, 137 there. 151 that's gone up to now. That's incredibly high.
It is very high. Obviously, the anxiety, knowing what she's going to be facing, is obviously increasing her heart rate. So
I think that's probably enough.
I think so.
I mean, you know that we've got, and we won't show it, so don't worry, it's not coming out. But you know that there is a clown behind that curtain, and just knowing that it's there is bad enough. We won't bring the clown out, OK? Just to show that that's. Don't look at the monitors.
Don't look. Close your eyes.
That's our clown behind the screen, but you don't want to see that. He's gone now.
Okay.
Right. OK. That's that. That's as bad as it gets for now. All right.
Hopefully, by the end of the show, the Speakmans are going to work their magic, which they have done every day. We thought that this is impossible.
Well, it's interesting because there are people watched yesterday and said, really, buttons, how much are you putting that on? We know that the people we have in here are not putting it on.
No,
you
we're
cannot
seeing
fake a heart rate of
not at all.
156. Did we get to
I think we got
there?
to 162. at
Well,
one point there.
let's hope that during the course of the morning, you guys have got an hour,
Yes,
that during the course of that morning, you will have the same miraculous change that we have had in others.
And it'll
okay?
be life-changing, yes?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. You
Good
feeling
luck.
all right now?
Yeah, I know it's still somewhere around there.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't
but
worry.
you won't see. Like I said, we won't ever go boo. So don't worry about that. Okay.
All right,
Right.
good luck. Good luck.
Back later with that. Right, earlier this morning we met 28-year-old Leigh Mayhew, who has a terrifying fear of clowns.
While some may think that this couldn't be too disruptive, Leigh says that she's living a nightmare, constantly looking out for them wherever she goes, or even when she's watching TV.
Well, all morning Leigh has been working with celebrity life coaches Nick and Eva Speakman in the hope that they can cure her of her clown phobia. Leigh joins us now with her husband Dan. She's still got a high heart rate there, 109 at the moment, 106, but that can actually, Diana, be because she's on the telly.
possibly, yes. I mean, obviously, anxiety can increase the heart rate naturally anyway, so it's obviously a lot lower than it was beforehand.
Yeah,
so.
it is considerably lower. How do you feel?
Great.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Okay, and you just said the same thing when you sat down as the other people who've been in during the course of the week, saying, I don't know how this works, I'm actually quite confused.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just like a switch has been turned and...
And you're okay?
Yeah, you're in the box looking at it. Just...
Well, let's have a look at you earlier. This is what happened earlier. This is you looking. I said that there was a box in front of you, and in that box was a picture of a clown, which you allowed me to take out, but there were dolls in there as well, which you didn't, and said you didn't want to see them, and actually your heart rate got dangerously high to 161. We also said that there was a clown behind the curtain, which freaked you out as well.
Well, you spent this whole time chatting like we're chatting now, with one eye on that curtain in case it opened, which you're not doing now. You're just looking at us talking. Can I just say at this point, if I was sat at home watching this show this week, I wouldn't believe that this was happening. I'd think, oh, they're just doing this on the telly. Because I just can't, my head just goes, eh? How is that? How is that happening? How could she be like that 1 minute and the next minute be cured in the space of 40 seconds?
We don't know she is yet.
Well, we don't. We're going to test this. I'm with you. I completely understand where you're coming from, but it is real. It's completely real. So should we see how we get on?
So I'm going to open this box. Tell me to stop at any point if you want me to stop. I'm going to take out the picture of the clown. Are you happy with me to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, OK. Here we go. There is the picture of the clown. How do you feel? You all right?
That's
Yeah.
normal.
OK. I also said that there was a doll inside here. Now, this is as far as we could possibly go. Your heart rate is 102. And you said that I couldn't take out the clown dolls. How do you feel about that?
Doesn't bother you?
No.
Well, there you go. There's the clown doll. In the gallery, they're finding this one pretty horrible, actually. Looking at them. Dan, how do you feel about this? Is it strange for you?
It still feels a bit weird.
Because you feel like instinctively you want to protect her.
Yeah, it does.
And yet you don't have to.
In fact, you might need to cure me.
Yeah, you've got more of a problem than she has now.
So, how are you feeling?
Fine. It's just so confusing.
Just go.
Part of me is saying panic.
Yeah.
And the other part is saying, no, you haven't got it, it's fine.
Listen to that part.
Yeah.
Well, you know that we have a clown behind the curtain. You never got to see the clown this morning because there was no way that we could have safely brought that clown out. How do you feel now about us introducing the clown?
Well,
Bring the clown out?
Honestly?
yeah.
OK, let's open the curtains and introduce you to our clown. And there he is.
And there he is. So this is something an hour ago you wouldn't have been able to do. I mean, you'd have been a shaking mess, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I'm just looking at him. I can look at him right in the eye. I can look at his hair. The shoes used to bother me. I can look at them. I still can't understand why someone would want to dress up like that. It's a bit weird. But no, I don't feel scared.
How close do you reckon you could get to him?
I could probably get closer. And
Yeah. Well, if we asked him to come out and shake your hand, could you do that? Say stop at any time if you want to.
Yeah.
But would you like to just shake her hand, if that's okay? Thank you. And there we are.
You can see the confusion in your head that you're going, I should be freaking out now, but I'm not.
It's like.
How do you feel, Dan?
It's just bizarre.
Can't believe it.
I mean, it was bizarre anyway, but it's just. Yeah.
What on earth have you done?
Well, I've got to tell you, Flip, on this occasion, Holly, you have been an integral part in helping Leigh get over this phobia.
Really?
That's right.
There was something that you that you did or said on Juice that made her laugh hysterically.
On Celebrity Juice.
A bit of banter between you and Keith.
I can well
Which
imagine.
we can't.
Yes.
We can't.
Obviously can't disclose that.
However, obviously you can't have anxiety and laugh at the same time.
Right.
So that was a key component in what we've done with Leigh today. But also, you know, if there were any reason to fear clowns, then we would all fear clowns. And Leigh quite rightly agrees that, you know, it is a minority and they're not scary. So it's not true. She made it all up.
Leigh, it's like you're looking at this clown for the first time in your entire life. It's like you've never seen one before. You're looking at it like studying it.
It's bizarre. It's really. I can't. I don't know. I'm just really confused.
Do you not fancy giving him a hug?
Yeah.
Would you like to give him a
Could you
hug?
unplug because the heart rate went down to 96 during that chat then. So there we go. Let's unplug you from the machine, and if you want to pop that picture down,
You might.
Go on, take the picture.
we'll ask you to do obviously do this in stages. If you do you want to jump up and just stand beside the clown. Okay. Don't have to do any more than that. If you feel comfortable, do you feel comfortable standing beside the clown? Would you like to? Could you have a little bit as if we were taking your photo? Could you have a hug? What do you think? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is so brilliant! You're just weirded out that it's a weird clown.
Yeah,
You're not scared of it. You're just thinking.
I think Dan's feeling a little bit threatened now.
I'm not so sure.
An affair with a clown. Well, you wouldn't believe it, would you?
You saw it here first.
What are the chances? We don't quite understand how you guys aren't billionaires, but
I know.
there we are.
It's amazing.
It is
Thank
incredible.
You very, very
You're very
much.
welcome.
A real
Thank you.
pleasure.
tomorrow.
Very welcome.
Yes,
Well
see you
done, well
tomorrow.
done. You can take
well
a
done.
seat.
Yeah, have a seat. Thank you both very much indeed. Thank you very much
I was
indeed.
telly, but they've cured me as well.
Yeah, it happens on
Thank you.